everybody. I figured I'd show you today how I feed my worms. I know everybody feeds them differently. Any vegetable peelings, almost, except for like anything that's acidic or citrus, they can eat. Worms also do not have teeth, so you need to chop it up quite fine. They only suck like the fluids out of the food. So I cut my vegetables up really small. The scraps from my cooking, I put them into the freezer, all these scraps. So I have some Brussels sprouts that I had left over. I have some banana peels. I have some butternut squash peels. And then what I'll do is I'll put this in a bowl and I'll just let it sit on the counter and I'll let it thaw out. And I'll show you how I actually feed the worms also with this. You can feed it to them raw, but it takes them a lot longer to process this because they don't have teeth. I do add sand into my worms. I add about a cup of sand as like a grit that helps them kind of grind up their food. It acts as like teeth for them. All right, so now I'm going to open this up. Okay, and I put the cardboard in here to keep them moist. And as you can see, they don't really like light. They start immediately going down. So I don't see any food there. You have to determine if they actually need to be fed first before you just go adding things. So this is where I put the food at before. I'm going to move them and see if there's any more food left. I gave them some watermelon last time. They do love watermelon. So I don't see any more food. It looks like they're done. So at this point, yeah, they completely devoured that watermelon. All right, so I'm going to add in the Brussels sprouts. If you keep them outside and it's super hot, I live in Florida, you can put some frozen things in there and it'll thaw out and give them moisture and cool them down. So you want to make sure it's all the way covered up, and then I cover it back up again with all of the cardboard. So, to check the moisture, you want to make sure there's no worms in your hand before you squeeze it, but you're going to squeeze it, and yeah, that's totally fine. It doesn't need to be any more wet than that. You don't want it any more dry than that. Just a couple of drops, and they're totally perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day.